Hi, welcome everyone. Happy New Year and compliments of the season. In this one, you'll be seeing many mega projects in Nigeria that will be completed in 2022. There are so many ongoing projects. In fact, this year, 2022, will be a year of completion of many projects. Quickly, let's start with the Lekki Deep Sea Port in Lagos. The Lekki Deep Sea Port will be completed in the fourth quarter of 2022. And hopefully operations will start on schedule in 2023. The Lekki Deep Sea Port will be the first deep sea port in Africa's largest economy. It is expected to serve the Lekki Free Zone and also help decongest Apapa ports. The $2 billion Lekki Deep Sea Port is expected to create thousands of direct and indirect jobs when completed. From the Lekki Deep Sea Port to the metro lines that will move thousands daily in Nigeria's richest state, whose budget has been growing over the years, in 2022 Lagos State will spend a massive $4 billion, which is more than 1.7 trillion naira. The Lagos Rail Mass Transit Red Line has been under construction for several years. At a time it was even abandoned because of lack of funds. But the good news is that new funding was secured in 2021. As you can see, along the entire route of the Red Line, many stations and interchanges are popping up. They are on a race to meet up with the deadline of fourth quarter of 2022. Train services will start by December of this year. You can check out more details and the level of construction works going on along the Red Line. The video links are all listed in the video description. Just like the Red Line, the Lagos Rail Mass Transit Blue Line was also abandoned because of lack of funds. But the new funding from the central bank has put the Blue Line back on track, and it will now be completed in 2022, just like the Red Line. The Blue Line, when operational, is expected to move thousands more of passengers daily from the Marina Station all the way to the western part of Lagos. It will traverse the ever-busy Mile 2 interchange and go all the way to Okukomaiko. Electric trains will be deployed on the Blue Line when it is completed. You can see the route of the Blue Line. From the Lagos Rail Mass Transit Blue Line, we move to the Lagos-Badagry Expressway. It runs along the 10-lane expressway anyway. This is a federal highway, but the Lagos State government is undertaking an expansion of the section from Orile to Okoko in order to accommodate the Blue Line infrastructure in the middle. You can see the completed sections of the Lagos-Badagry Expressway, which has become a 10-lane superhighway with many interchanges. Here is an ongoing interchange construction in Iyanoba along the Lagos-Badagry Expressway. Work is going on at a very fast pace to meet the deadline of December 2022. By December, the Blue Line will be operational, and these sections of the Lagos-Badagry Expressway must be ready for that to be a reality. Moving on to another important expressway. In fact, it is the highway with the most traffic in Africa's largest economy. Lagos-Ibadan Expressway construction has been going on for some time now, and being the busiest expressway in Nigeria makes it expedient that it is finished quickly so that traffic along the highway can be reduced. The good news is that construction works on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway will be finalized in 2022. There's a lot of expansion and interchanges being constructed along this highway. The Enugu-Onitsha Expressway reconstruction has been going on for some time now, just like the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. The good news is that one carriageway of the Onitsha to Oka section have been completed on time before the Christmas rush, when a lot of people return home from all parts of Nigeria and the world. As you can see, it's all smooth and clean with proper road markings. This project was done with the Sukuk Fund of the federal government, and recently telecommunications giant MTN announced their intention to reconstruct the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway under the 2019 Presidential Executive Order 7, which is a road infrastructure tax credit scheme for companies. So the reconstruction of the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway by MTN will be focused on the remaining sections and completion of the other carriageway from Onitsha to Awka. There is a high-speed drive video that covers the newly paved Onitsha-Awka section. That video will be going live in a few days, so make sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't in order to be notified to watch. Thanks. Still talking about highways and companies that are participating in the road infrastructure tax credit scheme. Dangote is one of them, and his company is reconstructing the Oworonshoki-Oshodi-Apapa Expressway. They are doing concrete paving on this 10-lane expressway because of the heavy trucks and tankers from Apapa port that ply the highway. Although the Oworonshoki-Oshodi-Apapa Expressway is largely completed, there are still remaining sections around Apapa that still need to be paved. These sections will be finalized this year, 2022. You can check out the high-speed drive video on the Oshodi-Apapa Expressway we made a while ago. From Dangote's road infrastructure tax credit scheme to Africa's biggest refinery, the $12.5 billion Dangote refinery will for the final time be ready in early 2022. The massive refinery construction experienced some delays the past few months, but all obstacles and challenges have been surmounted, and the Dangote refinery will now be completed in the first quarter of 2022. When operational, the Dangote refinery will boost local production of PMS, diesel and other fuels that are currently imported in Africa's biggest economy, which will in turn save a lot of foreign exchange that are needed to import these fuels. From Dangote refinery to the Dangote headquarters in Ikoyi, construction work on the 18th floor high-rise tower will round up in early 2022. The massive edifice will house the entire departments and subsidiaries under Dangote Industries. This project is being executed in-house by a subsidiary under the Dangote Industries. Dangote Projects is the main contractor handling the project. Talking about high-rise towers, nearby the Dangote headquarters on the same Alfred Riwane in Ikoyi is Famfa Oil Tower, owned by billionaire Foloronso Alakija. Construction work on the 20-story high-rise tower will be completed in the first quarter of 2022. Construction of this massive edifice is being executed by construction giant Julius Berger. When all these towers are completed, the landscape of Ikoyi and skyline of Lagos Island will become even more beautiful. From high-rise towers to airports, Anambra International Cargo Airport is one of the fastest airport construction projects in Nigeria. It was built from scratch to flight operations in about 15 months. Although the airport is operational, you can catch a flight from the airport to any part of Nigeria and vice versa. There are still critical infrastructure needed in the airport. In other words, there are still some work left, like the taxiway, cargo handling area and others. Let's do a quick animation. Right now, when commercial flights land in the airport, they have to turn around and taxi on the main runway to the main terminal. When the taxiway is built this year, the planes will be able to land and use the taxiway to get to the main terminal. That way, if there is huge traffic at the airport and there are other planes waiting to land, they wouldn't have to wait for a plane that is taxiing on the runway, you know. The runway will be clear immediately the plane that just landed has made it to the taxiway. Remember that the airport is first and foremost an international cargo airport, so the cargo handling terminal must be built for it to function. Next is Ebonyi International Airport, which will have one of the biggest airport terminals in Nigeria when completed in 2022. The tarmac is also very expansive at 100 meters wide and has a length of about 4 kilometers. This is an important project that will actually put Ebonyi on the tourism map. Also completing in 2022 in Ebonyi is the Yere flyover, which is more than 300 meters long. This flyover will join about 12 other flyovers already completed in Ebonyi State in the past few years. It is expected to improve safety for commuters along a section of the road that is in a hilly terrain. From flyovers to bridges, the second Niger Bridge has been a subject of many political campaigns in the past, and as a result, it has largely remained on paper. But things changed in 2018 when the over 200 billion naira contract was awarded to construction giant Julius Berger. Construction work has been ongoing since then, and it will be completed in 2022. The second Niger Bridge will be the first tolled federal government-owned bridge in Nigeria when it becomes operational towards the middle of the year. People traveling to the eastern part of the country can't wait for the second Niger Bridge to open because of the nightmarish traffic that commuters experience on the old Niger Bridge, which was built around 50 years ago. The second Niger Bridge is 1.5 kilometers long, and it has about 10 kilometers of triple carriage approach roads from Oko in Delta State side of River Niger and Atane in Anambra side. Also, there's an interchange in Obosi along the Onitsha-Owerri road. Next is the Bodo Bonny Bridge, which is another bridge that spent many years on paper but is now a reality as construction works on the bridge and highway is expected to be completed this year, 2022. When this bridge finally opens in 2022, it will be met with fanfare because it will be the first time vehicular traffic will connect from riverine communities in Rivers State to the mainland. From bridges to massive sugar refineries, BUA's massive sugar refinery and sugarcane plantation in Kwara State will be commissioned in early 2022. The massive refinery covers more than 20,000 hectares and is worth a whopping $300 million. It has a sugar refining capacity of 220,000 metric tons per annum and a sugar mill that can process 10,000 tons of cane per day. Also integrated in the massive plant is an ethanol plant which has been completed with a capacity of 20 million liters of ethanol per annum. There are also a 35 megawatt power plant which will power the massive plant, with the remainder supplied to the national grid. This massive sugar refinery and plantation will employ up to 5,000 direct staff members and over 10,000 indirect staff members. From sugar refinery to the massive automobile assembly plant in Akwa Ibom State, this car assembly plant will have 6 production lines with a production capacity of about 100 cars and SUVs plus 50 buses per week. This will definitely bring competition to the car market so that new cars will become more affordable. The Akwa Ibom car assembly plant is expected to create about 3,000 jobs when operational. They will soon join the likes of Inosin and other car assembly plants in Nigeria. Still talking about massive projects worth millions of dollars, the Asa North Ohaji South gas project in Imo State, backed by Seplat and Nigerian Gas Company, is to be completed in the middle of 2022. The first stage of the massive $650 million gas project will deliver 300 million standard cubic feet per day to the gas market in Africa's biggest economy. Now to the $1.3 billion mega hydro power plant in Niger State. The 700 megawatt power plant will be finally completed in 2022. They will be commissioning it in phases. The first turbine, which will generate 175 megawatts, will be commissioned in the first quarter of 2022. The second one in second quarter, the third one in third quarter, and the fourth one, which will complete the 700 megawatts, will be commissioned in December 2022. Construction of the Zungeru power plant started in 2013, and it will be Nigeria's second largest hydro power plant after the one in Kainji in the same Niger State. The Zungeru power plant will generate a total of 2.6 billion kilowatt hours of electricity per year, which will roughly translate to 10% of Nigeria's energy needs. From a mega power plant to the largest rice mill in Africa and one of the largest in the world, the 32 metric ton per hour Imota rice mill project in Ikorodu, Lagos, Nigeria will be commissioned in the first quarter of 2022. The massive rice mill has 16 silos with a combined capacity of 40,000 metric tons. In simple terms, the rice mill will be able to produce about 2.8 million 50 kg bags of rice yearly. In terms of job creation, about 1,500 direct jobs will be created and indirect jobs will be more than 200,000. Still in Lagos, the 18-kilometer Eleko to T Junction in Epe Highway will be completed this year, 2022. They are using concrete paving on this highway just like the Oshodi-Apapa Expressway. The rigid road pavement should be adopted nationwide for roads with heavy traffic. They might be expensive to build, but they last much longer. All these massive multi-billion-dollar projects getting completed in 2022 will definitely create a lot of jobs, improve the GDP of Africa's biggest economy, and also, most importantly, increase the tax earnings. We hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a like and remember to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done that and enable notification. Thanks for watching.